What's up, YouTube? As you can see in the title, this video I'm gonna be talking about the science of reproduction. And I'm not talking about embryos and the biological process with the sperm and the egg and the fetus. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about how to choose the best person to procreate with to give your child the best chance for success. How to ensure genetic superiority, intellectual capability, financial stability, things like that. If I was just talking in nigga terms, I'd say, man, the best way to choose your baby dad or your baby mama. Things that we factor in to choose the person you're gonna have a baby with. Because we just pick who pretty and fine, or who got some money with a nice car. And that's a lot of times, this is as far as we go. Sometimes, most of the time now, this just happens in, these are one night stands, it seems like. So we haven't gotten serious as a whole about procreating or reproducing ourselves. Back in the day, and even at the height of the power structure now, you have arranged marriages. Some of our great-great-grandparents and whatnot probably were products of arranged marriages. People do this to maintain the power, to maintain their wealth, so that you can't be coming from a royal family and go marry somebody from a family of peasantry. The wealth, the power is not equal. You should be marrying somebody of your own ilk. You should be with someone where you're equally yoked. But again, that's a science that we fail to learn. And we got to get back to that so we can start giving these babies a better chance, man. Because if you don't do the knowledge on the person you about to make a baby with, if you're not going back to their parents, if you're not reaching back to the type of grandparents they had, what kind of family structure they come from, then a lot of times, man, you got a lot of unhealed trauma. You're gonna have a lot of generational healing that is not happening. And a lot of times, man, we trying to get in there and heal people when you not fit for that. You're not fit to be healing nobody when we trying to build empires and shit. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be finding people that are already on our level and going to higher levels, instead of finding people that are below us, attempting to pull them up and get us up to speed with us and heal them all at the same time. Find out about these people's grandparents, man. You dating somebody, you interested? What kind of home structure did they have for their grandparents? Their mothers and fathers. Who are these people's mothers and fathers? Are they respectable people? Are they people of high standards? Are they clean people? Are they honest people? What is the reputation of the family of the person that you finna lay down with and bring a baby in the world to? These things are important, man. You should find out if down to their grandparents, what kind of people were their parents, and what kind of relationship do these people have with their parents. You about to lay down with this woman over here. What is her relationship like with her mother? What is her relationship like with her father? Was she raised by her mother, her father, both? Was she raised by her grandparents? Was she raised by her auntie? Because these type of things are going to determine what type of trauma a person is holding on to, what type of healing a person may need, what type of situation this person is going to bring into your life. Same thing applies for the women. This guy you laying down with, how is his relationship with his mother? Does he have mommy issues? Was his daddy around? Has he ever seen a man? Does he know how a man walk, talk, conduct himself? Does his grandparents, were they hard working people? Who are these people we laying down with? That's the only way we're going to begin to create children where the healing is at a minimum. We all have some type of, whether it's healing needs to be done for my family, whether it's some form of PTSD, I think that's what it is, post-traumatic stress syndrome, yeah, PTSD. We all need some form of probably therapy and counseling, but to what degree? Because you can bring a child in on this planet and the amount of trauma that's going to be passed down, we're just creating more problems. And then also, it's important because the person you lay down with and have a baby with, how long have you really known this person? How many seasons have you went through this person with? How is this person going to act if things go bad? If things go bad between you and the parent you're going to be co-parenting with, are they going to weaponize the child against you? Is this man going to say, man, fuck you and that baby? What kind of people are we procreating with? So these are the things that they didn't teach us. I learned these things through trial and error, through watching people create babies. I didn't create babies till I got in my late 20s, but I was like, yo, it's just certain things and aspects about parenthood I don't want to experience. Some of these things I experienced anyway. I didn't do my due diligence. And even as I did more due diligence, I still missed aspects and components of knowing what was going to come from being a father. What was going to come from being a father that is separated from the mother of my children. Because if you have a baby, this is for the brothers right here, I'm gonna tell you something. If you have a baby with a woman and she loses respect for you, she don't respect you, she don't respect your game, your wisdom, nothing, that is going to seep off into the mind of your child. Your child is gonna take on these same characteristics of the mother. If the mother don't respect you, she gonna constantly see the child disrespecting you. If the mother don't respect you, the child is going to constantly see the mother disrespecting you. The child is going to begin to take on these same feelings and emotions. It's just built that way. I see now, especially if you don't stay with this, if you're not co-parenting in the same household, hey man, your chances go down if money is more valuable than presence. We know it takes money to raise a child, but the person without the presence of either parent is going to create a child that's going to be so unbalanced, and it's going to bring so much hell into your life just trying to be a parent. So again, go back to my initial statement is, we have to be more mindful who we are procreating with. We have to do background checks, extensive background checks of these people's families. We should be knowing these people's health conditions. We should be knowing what type of financial situation they come from. Can these people get along with your family? If something was to happen to you and they don't mess with nobody in your family, your child is totally disconnected from anybody in your family now. If something happened to you and this child is over here from a family of don't have nothing, your child gonna be living a impoverished, messed up life. So yeah, man, just be aware, and we should take more serious when we begin to have children, man. We should be, like I say, it's called the science of reproduction, and it's something that they didn't teach us. A lot of our parents didn't teach us. We got to the point that, hey, you can't tell me who to date, who to marry. Whole time, our parents, some of us had political status to where their friends and their peers was of the same ilk, of the same social status, to where they say, okay, I know this kid comes from a great family. This is somebody I would like my daughter to be in a relationship with. This is somebody I wouldn't mind my daughter dating. This girl over here, her family comes from a great background, a wholesome background. That's somebody I wouldn't mind my son dating. We should think along those terms like the royal families do. Marrying, not necessarily into the money, but marrying into somebody of moral status, high character, and wealth won't hurt. So again, yeah, be mindful, man, when you lay down. And when you get up, you might get up with a headache. I'm out of here.